Korea is one of the fastest growing economies in the world and is 7th largest trading partner to New Zealand. But there are still some places which uphold the ancient traditions. Mildred travelled to Korea to visit a 16th century home built by the Hakbong family.
Korea, known as the land of morning calm. A quarter of Korea's 50 million people live in the capital Seoul, which has become a global landmark of modernity. The rapid industrial development and population growth caused environmental problems for many years. But things have changed. This stream, which runs around 8 kilometers long, is a big part of Seoul's history. Interestingly, it was buried in 1978 due to the pollution. But it was reopened again 3 years ago as an eco-friendly place for people to enjoy at their leisure. The restoration of Cheonggyecheon Stream was not the only project designed to make Seoul an environmentally viable city for its residents in the 21st century. Han River, the symbol of Seoul, was also developed to improve the urban geography of this national capital. The river runs 514 kilometers from the north of the city to the Yellow Sea west of Seoul. Cruising along the Han River on a ferry, it's a great way to admire Seoul's 27 bridges and get an idea of how spread out this city really is. Seoul has developed itself into a metropolitan city where everyone is busy catching up with the rapidly changing society and culture. The old traditional values seem to have been forgotten. But 3 hours drive from downtown Seoul in Hahae-folk village of Andong is the home of Confucianism. With the help of government, people here have preserved the traditions through generations, managing to keep the village in the same state as it was several hundred years ago. This house was built in 1538 by the Hakbong family. 60-year-old Jong-gil Kim, the 15th generation of Hakbong, has moved back from Seoul to live here after his father passed away 7 months ago.
I left the house 40 years ago for my university studies in Seoul. This means I haven't lived with my father for 40 years. So when he passed away, I felt empty and wanted to ask him many questions. I feel that I haven't been a responsible son for him for many years. So I'm doing my best to be a devoted son by living and praying here for the next 3 years.
Based on Confucianism, people pray and pay respects to their ancestors twice a day for the whole 3 years after the funeral. The eldest son plays a huge role in the family, maintaining the house and looking after the family. It is now Kim's responsibility as the eldest son to follow this tradition.
I have to say honestly, my wife and I struggled to have a son. We have only daughters, 4 of them. The doctor told us that she can't be pregnant anymore. So I adopted my younger brother's son when he was 3 years old. He's now a teenager.
Kim has decided to retire so he can live in this house permanently. He wishes his adopted son will do the same one day.
I hope he will be well educated and become a great man, better than me, so we can do the things that I couldn't do and make our family better, maintaining this house and keep the history alive.
5 centuries of the family's history has been kept in this private museum behind the main house. 580 family treasures, including documents so old they were still written in Chinese script, are stored here. It is one of the few traditional houses in Andong's Hahae-folk village that is still occupied by a family successor. Andong's residents are waiting for UNESCO to declare the village a World Heritage Site. ensuring their legacy is protected for future generations.